It is absolutely bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers when you start looking a little bit deeper, what you find brands and how they're marketing things. And if you are a mid-market brand and you think, I got to be one of the big brands, maybe hold that thought for a second because maybe they don't have it all figured out. And if you are a big brand, maybe, and you're thinking, hey, we have amazing marketing. Maybe you do, but maybe you also have a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of misalignment and a lot of gaps. And if you're looking to fill those, if you're looking to get a little bit deeper into what's actually happening with your marketing, is it all aligned? The same audit I'm about to do here with you now, you can ask me to do for your company just a little bit or even a lot of bit deeper over at unifiedbrandmarketing.com. I will pull back the layers of your brand, show you where there's user skepticism, marketing gaps, and so forth. And let's go. Well, not let's go, like, yes, please, let's go. Contact me. But let's go into this. I was going to dive into Gatarade. I am going to dive into Gatarade. I was going to dive into Gatarade because I saw one of their ad videos. I'm like, really just misses, like, it's so close. It's good, but it really misses the mark. And I wanted to go through it and show that. And I will show that. But as I was looking at it, I came across some unbelievable dissonance within not just Gatorade, that entire niche. And it is amazing to watch. So let's watch it. Buckle up. This one is going to have a lot of data. So let's start off with Gatorade. Like I mentioned before. In Gatorade, if you look at their branded traffic, meaning the keywords they're getting from Google that relate to their brand. So people searching for things like, where do I buy Gatorade? What is Gatorade? Is Gatorade good? In January 2024, you see massive decline in the amount of traffic they're getting from those kind of branded keywords. And if you start looking, I'm like, okay, maybe there's something wrong with the website, and that's why. But I didn't see that with all the keywords, right? Just with the keywords about their brand. But anyway, let's qualify this a little bit more. So what I did was I ran the term Gatorade through the SEMrush keyword research tool and said, okay, currently 165,000 people search for Gatorade every month on Google. But if I go back to the same time last year, so May 2024, it took me a minute to think what year was last year. That's incredible. They had 200,000 visitors, searches rather, 200,000 searches from Google every month. And if you go back to May 2023, it's still at 200,000. So something happened in 2024 where they lost somewhere around 45,000 searches for the term Gatorade every single month. Not good, and that aligns with the loss of traffic from their branded searches on Google itself. Now, the next thing I did was look at their main competitor, Powerade. I have an affinity towards Powerade. I like Powerade more than Gatorade. Gatorade tastes a little bit weird to me. Powerade tastes better to me. I think it's got nothing to do with the actual taste nor the marketing, but the simple fact. Then in high school, there was a Powerade machine and not a Gatorade machine. That's it. So that's how you market your product. Put it in high schools. Works for marijuana, I guess. Anyway, when I looked at Powerade, the same thing, the same dip. There was a dip in the organic keywords, the organic search traffic for their branded keywords. So again, searches for what is Powerade? Do I like Powerade? Is Powerade good? Powerade. Same time, same thing, same dip. That's weird. I mean, like, come on. Now let me Sherlock Holmes to figure out something's going on there. Sip for coffee. Savor coffee. Okay. I did the same thing with the search volumes. I took Powerade, threw into the keyword research tool inside of SEMrush. Sorry. And in May 2025, there was 33,000 searches for the word Powerade on Google. Way less than Gatorade, by the way. Wow. If you go back to May 2024, that's down to 27,000. And if you go back to May 2023, it was at 33,000. So again, something happened in 2024. There's something going on in 2024 with Powerade and Gatorade, which now we know there's something going on with this vertical, which is the first thing you need to do. When you're running an audit like this and you see the same pattern, you see it more than once, okay, you know something's going on. But let's do a little more due diligence. Let's look at a brand called Body Armor, which doesn't sell armor for your body. It's an energy sports drink thing that I guess like if you drink it, it's like armor for your body. All right. They're one of the newer players on the block, whatever. So, but you can see the same thing, by the way, in their branded search traffics, searches for things related to their brand on Google. Dip January 2024. I was really shocked to see that. Now they have a different traffic trend altogether. It goes back up afterwards, blah, blah, blah. Fine. That's not what interests me. Let's go look at the same thing with the keywords. And again, there's something weird happening in 2024. Let's reverse it. In May 2023, there were 12,000 searches for the keyword body armor, which relates to the sports drink. In May 2024, now there was 35. That's just in the U.S. There was 35,000 searches on Google for the word body armor in May 2023. That goes down. That goes down in May 2024. The U.S. number of 12,000 searches stays the same, but the global search volume for body armor and this sports drink goes down in 2024. It goes back up again in 2025. In fact, they go from 12,000 U.S. searches for body armor to around 15,000 in 2025, and that makes a little more sense because they're an emerging they're not as well established kind of brand that's going to plateau. They're emerging. They're going to have a little higher. Fine. The real culprit here, though, is ViatminWater. Who would have thunk? Which is owned by Coke, by the way. Suddenly, I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but there's that song Suddenly from Newsies. My kids are watching Newsies. If you don't know what Newsies is, you should totally watch it. Oh, it's so good. Suddenly, in January 2024, the subfolder for ViatminWater, because again, it's on the main Coca-Cola website, pops up. Boop. There it is. Or shoop. There it is if you're from the 90s. And you see there's branded traffic all of a sudden for ViatminWater. And then it goes back down, then it goes back up in 2025. Like, that was something happened with the website. Whether Coke acquired the brand, whether there was no website, whether it was somewhere else and they migrated, whatever it was. Okay, if I go to the Wayback Machine, which is like the history of the internet, I can see when the page first started getting recorded. And it was somewhere in 2024. So this is a new page, so to speak. And if we look at the search volumes for ViatminWater, you see the same sort of thing. In 2024, there were 40,000 searches for the term ViatminWater on Google. In 2023, or May 2024, years are so complicated. In May 2024, that jumps up to 50,000 basically. And it stays there. It stays there in May 2025. So they didn't lose, they didn't gain, but the real gain happened between 2023 and 2024. Something happened to this industry in 2024. Now, isn't this way more interesting than me reviewing a commercial? I don't know. If you like data, it is. When you see something like this, you know there's a problem in the industry, which is why these kinds of brand audits are so important. And it's why your brand auditing should also include performance reporting. I know that's a crazy thought for brand marketers, and performance marketers are also looking at me like I'm nuts. But I am not nuts. I am right. Why? The second you see this, if let's say it's a competitor, Gatorade is a competitor of mine, or a new client, and I don't know the space, you should start digging around. What happened? What are the big item news stories in this industry? Because lo and behold, we just stumbled on the two biggest ones. We just used SEMrush data to stumble on the two biggest news item stories in the entire the sports drink market industry world. That's crazy. CNBC in 2024, oh, there's that year again, says Gatorade enters new categories, which they do. Even unflavored water. That sounds boring. That's like an unscented candle from Barry Schwartz. As competition to hydrate consumers ramps up, something happened in 2024. You know what it was? There were new players, bigger players, more competition in that market, which is why you see the numbers get all fugazi. I love that word, by the way. Also, okay, at the same time, this comes from the beverage industry, 2024 State of the Beverage Industry, sports drinks embrace everyday wellness. They were getting hit with, like, you know, the organic crisis of 2000 and whatever. And I'm like, we got to drink organic milk, which is probably healthier for you. So my wife started buying only organic milk. Trader Joe's had it for cheap. You bought it at the regular place. I was like paying double the price for organic milk. I don't care what I died from. This is double the price. But Trader Joe's is great. And drink organic. Support local organic. Whatever it is. There is a shift in this industry to like, wait a second. We have been peddling our consumers high sugar crap for the last 30 years. And people are catching on. You're like, nah, how do you know that? Well, qualify what we just saw in the data. This is what data is for. If you look at any of the brands we were talking about, Powerade, Gatorade, whateverade, Hearing Aid, or even ViatminWater, the top question that SEMrush comes back that users are searching Google for is, what? Is it good for you? Is Gatorade good for you? Is Powerade good for you? Is ViatminWater good for you? That's the top question for each one of these brands, which tells you, no, it's not good for you. Because no one's sitting there, is water good for you? Is tea good for you? The second you're asking, like, is it good for you? That's a skeptical question, which means that it's probably not good for you. If you jump to the people also ask questions, it's right there too. So this story from the beverage industry, it's right there. It's right there in your user data. You, as a marketer, could have predicted that story a year before it came out and told your clients to get ahead of it. The first question for Gatorade, in the people also ask, is Gatorade, wait for it, healthy for you? Again. And there's a question like, is it okay if I drink Gatorade every day? Probably not. What is the healthiest hydration drink? Is it better to drink water or Gatorade? Water. Is Gatorade more unhealthy than soda? It's like, is Gatorade more unhealthy than, like, I don't know. But soda? I think it's more unhealthy than soda. Cocaine's probably more healthy than soda. The same thing for Powerade. Is Powerade a healthy drink? When should you drink Powerade? What is the healthiest energy drink? Is Powerade more unhealthy than soda? Again, here we go. Same thing, by the way. If you look further into Powerade, you get, which is healthier, Gatorade or Powerade? If you go to ViatminWater, the one you get, this is such skepticism. This is where I love people. People are smart. People are smart, and brands think they're dumb. And if you're a brand and you think your users are dumb, you know they are not dumb. You are dumb. The most prominent question people are asking Google about ViatminWater. Okay, Google, where everyone goes, other than the LLMs, but still way more than LLMs to get information. The most prominent question about ViatminWater is, drum roll please, I'm adding sound effects to this video. Is ViatminWater, wait for the word, actually good for you? So users aren't stupid. They're like, right? You bunch of jerks. You added the word vitamin to the water. I'm not stupid. Does that mean it's actually healthy? Like, you put like a little bit of like vitamin C in here and now you're calling it ViatminWater? Probably got a ton of crap in it. I mean, like, neon orange isn't a natural color. Which is amazing how unaligned product and marketing really can be sometimes. If I was creating this product, I would not have like neon pink ViatminWater. What the hell is neon pink in nature other than a rose? Oh, it's rose water. I'm sorry. I take it all back. There is so much skepticism around whether or not this crap is actually good for you. And in the case of ViatminWater, when they're trying to fool you, the user pushes back. No one's asking, is Gatorade actually healthy for you? Gatorade is not peddling itself as like, yeah, we're healthy for you. Like, no, like, we'll give you energy when you're, running around catching a football. It's ViatminWater. People are not fooled. It just creates more skepticism. When you try to fool a user, all you're doing is creating more skepticism. That's a video unto itself. Now, whenever you see a gap like this, which is so uniform and so across the board in the vertical, you know one thing. We know a lot of things. You know LLMs, large language models, or as everyone likes to call it, the AI, is going to pick up on that. And when users start asking about it, it's going to show that, because AI, LLMs just are an aggregator of the web. They are a proxy of what we're saying across the internet. If what we're saying across the internet is vitamin water actually good for you, is Gatorade healthy? That's what you're going to get. Now, it's not going to be perfect because they're LLMs. But if I go to, by the way, I recommend you do this with your brand. Just go ahead, go to the LLMs and write in, what should I know about whatever brand you're working with? So when I went to LLMs and I said, what should I know about Gatorade? Google's AI overview said high sugar content and the potential for overconsumption. That sounds like a drug. When I went to Google's AI mode, it said, it has lots of carbohydrates and sugar. Considerations, not necessary for everyone. Oop. So now AI is telling Gatorade users, hey, wait a second, you don't really need to drink this thing. You know that? And what is Gatorade doing about it? We'll see. The answer is nothing. If you go to ChatGPT, you get the same thing. Potential drawbacks, high sugar content, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the artificial colors, yes. Because again, neon orange is not found in nature. What's really interesting is that when I went to the LLMs and started asking it, which is healthier, I have this weird cold thing, sorry. Gatorade or vitamin water, coffee again because of the cold thing, and it's morning time. Which is healthier, Gatorade or vitamin water? AI mode, Google's AI mode, which is still in labs or not, they release it wider, or it doesn't matter. The answer depends on the individual health goals and needs. And it says for general hydration and everyday user, vitamin water, especially zero sugar versions, might be a better choice for the average person, yada, 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 yada. When I went to ChatGPT, it said if you're doing intense exercise, Gatorade. For everyday casual drinking, vitamin water. Holy crap. Holy crap. AI, in all of its brilliance, is telling your users, Gatorade, don't drink Gatorade. Drink vitamin water. It's literally, I've never seen like a thing like that where the AI is saying, don't use this product, use that one instead. And I'm sure a big brand like Gatorade, which is owned by Pepsi, is clearly running audits like this. And this audit should go 10 million times deeper. It's clearly running just even this level of an audit to see like, okay, there's an issue around health and we are getting recommended not to be drinking by the LLMs. And we're getting recommended, or our users are getting recommended to drink our competitor versus us. We'll clearly handle this right up on the website. No, we don't. We sell water bottles. We sell water bottles. Our users are being told a product isn't really healthy. They don't have to really drink it. And if they are going to drink one of these garbage drinks, they should probably drink vitamin water. So we're selling water bottles. I'm awful clamped. I'm having a hard time here. By the way, I searched the Gatorade website for the word health, and it doesn't appear anywhere. I'm going to cry. I'm just going to cry. It's painful. No, so okay. So I thought, you know what? It must be that Gatorade is addressing these health concerns and its competitor on its YouTube channel. It makes lots of videos, which is where I started. I found a video ad. And the answer is nope. History of winning. Name on my back. Lose more, win more. I mean, it should be like lose more sugar, win more heart health. But nope, not about that. Now, to Gatorade's credit, they have a very diverse, there are so many layers to this, you should keep auditing. to Gatorade's credit, and it's probably why they start off on the website with the Powerade bottle. See, there I go. That freaking vending machine is stuck in my brain from high school. With the Gatorade website, the top keywords that people are searching for that drive traffic to the Gatorade website are very diverse. Really good job, Gatorade, right? 21,000 people are searching for Gatorade water bottle, Gatorade pods, Gatorade protein bars. They make protein bars? The hell are we even doing here? They have the flavors, they have the green apple, they have the chews. These are some of all of their products are really represented way up high in the hierarchy of what people are searching for. I think one question for them is that you don't want to get lost and lose your core product, which is the stupid drink thing. But it might be like they're saying, well, we're not going to make the drink healthier, so let's like build up the water bottles. But I will only buy a water bottle if the core product of the drink thing was actually a thing. So if they're doing that, that's a problematic strategy. Now let's look at vitamin water for a second, because maybe just Gatorade is a bunch of dopes, and they're not okay. They're not dopes. No, I take it back. It's pretty stupid. Maybe vitamin water is like, oh man, look at these Gatorade people. There's the whole industry took a hit. Everyone is skeptical about the health of all of these things. There's so much let's stand out by leaning into what we already kind of claim we are, which is healthy, because it's vitamin water. And talk about how we're a healthy alternative kind of drink to Gatorade. And when the LLMs answer, like, yeah, definitely like the vitamin water, they're really healthy. You think they do that? They do not do that. They do not do that, which is okay. It's okay. I'm here, vitamin water. I'm here to tell you, like, you should do that. Should you fix the product to make it actually healthier? It's going to be called vitamin water. So I guess maybe it's better than not lying. I don't know. You go to the YouTube channel. I need the coffee. This time I need the coffee for just like the emotional disappointment that I'm experiencing. I'm almost out of coffee. It's all like weird. Vitamin water from New York 15. The energy drink of New York, the taste of New York. I'm from New York, y'all. Like, let me tell you, a taste of New York. It tastes like the piss you smell in the subway as a rat rolls by. You go to the website. You go, okay, I'll go to the website. There's going to be information right off the bat about like healthy health. No. You know what's there? New look, new era, new flavors, neon whatever, as unfound in nature. I mean, all right, they have new flavors, they whatever. People like bright colors and aren't wondering if that's actually healthy or not because, people are dumb, right? They're not. All right, maybe it's further down the page. And this is where I lost, like, that moment when your brain goes splat against the inside of your skull? This is that moment for me. You know what? How they're marketing this thing? It's, if you want it all, drink vitamin water. It's from New York. It's from what is it, like a liquefied bagel? It's from New York. I'm from New York. Open your wallet. Pay me. I'm from New York. I don't know, what does that even mean? It's from New York. I'm from make a tour as a real New Yorker, and I don't want to offend anybody out there who's from New York, but if you are from New York, you know this is true. You want to know how my father says? I said to him, let's go get a soda. Isn't that a great idea? My dad says, so I says to him, let's go get a soda. Isn't that a great idea? I promise you that's how he talks. Okay, he's a smart man, but he sounds like he's an IQ of 4. It's from New York. Why don't they just change it like, why don't you butcher the English language and sound like you have the IQ of 4 by drinking vitamin water? But by the way, as a New Yorker, the word water is hard for me to say. It's not like I'm from like fancy Connecticut where I say water. I can't even say it. Water. Oh, that's hard to say. It's water. I barely pronounce the R in the end, and the middle "wa" part is whoa. It's like coffee. It's water. So you name the drink, vitamin, word New Yorkers can actually say, and that's how you're marketing this thing. I just lost my mind. I'm sorry. I just lost my mind. This is your marketing? It's from New York? It's like saying, get a pet rat. It's from New York. What the hell does that even mean? This is Coca-Cola's marketing? So again, SME, mid-market business. We gotta be like the big brands. If you're from Oklahoma, be like, buy our service. We're from Oklahoma. Good idea. Big brands, audit yourselves once in a while. Audit yourselves once in a while and think about what you're actually doing and look at the data. Because if you look at the data, the first thing you would do is say, let's tone down those colors a little bit. Let's talk about a little bit of health. And who gives a crap if from New York? Although at least they didn't say they're from New Jersey. I can't. From New York. You're from New York. That's your marketing. Have a great day. Oh, sorry. Totally forgot. I wanted to review the commercial. Okay, so just a really quick thing. Gatorade has this great theme and slogan, like "Good on you, Gators." By the way, I said like Gatorade's dopes. There are parts of them that are really smart, obviously, and they have this whole campaign for a long time. Is it in you? And you see like the sweat oozing out. It's not sweat. It's orange colored Gatorade. But when you look at all of their ads, they don't hone in and focus on the oozing out of your energy, the oozing out of your effort, the oozing out of your talent, the oozing out of your drive, the oozing out of your striving for greatness, as manifested by the sweat, which is Gatorade. They don't do that. They do like the Nike thing where they focus on like the athlete, the superstar, and they mention it, and there's a little bit of like, orange color on their face. Total miss. Not total miss. It's not bad. But you could have gone so much better by focusing on the user and what they're going through and connecting that with this idea of the Gatorade oozing out of you, representing all of that striving and effort and pain that's oozing out of you as a sports person, instead of focusing on like the athlete, the famous athlete person. So that was that's where this video was going to start, and it's where it's going to end. No, it's not where it's going to end. It's from New York. I'm from New York. Buy my services.